Hello everyone, my name is Patrick, and I am a author, reviewer, voice actor, public speaking coach, and among many other things. And welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Beyonders, A World Without Heroes by Mull, published by Aladdin Books in May of 2013. First off, it was an overall good book. It enticed the reader into reading. It had well-developed characters and plot points that gave it a good overall story, especially being that it's a spy novel. It really does go into the good back and forth that you see in a typical spy work, novel, book, etc. The one thing I did find that was a bit harder to get into was the fact that it's set as a middle grade book, but it didn't necessarily feel like the characters were middle grade. To me, it felt like they were a little bit older and then cast downwards into a middle grade book. So I did find that a little bit jarring in that it just didn't seem to gel right. I will say I did like that we got to see a lot of character growth. I think because they are so young in the book, it gives them better opportunity to learn, especially from mistakes that they make and the characters. Mistakes that they make and life experiences that happen in the storyline. So that was a nice element because in a lot of, especially when you read adult books, you have these characters that are very much set in their ways and very much not wanting to change. Whereas with this, you did get a lot of that ability to change, I think, like I said, because they were so young. The other great thing, as I said before, is the crossing and double crossing that you see typical in a espionage sort of book. Which does help make it a better story because then you don't know really who you can trust and who you can follow. And I think that's one of the better points of the book too, is that the characters have to see that for themselves. I will say that Mr. Mull told a really good story. He had a lot of great elements of set design and, as I said, character development and things of that nature and plot that allowed the audience to move through the book pretty quickly. For me, it did take a while to read, and that's just other things in life got in the way, so sometimes things happen. The big twist at the end, which I obviously want to review because I want people to go and read the book, I think really worked. It was explained well, it was set up well, so you got a good understanding of how it came to be, and which I think made it more fun. You got a better understanding for the characters. I do know it's a trilogy. Would I continue in the trilogy? I'm not 100% sure. I did like it, but I don't know if it capsulated me enough to want to continue. But if it came across my desk or if somebody requested me to read it, I would be considerate of it. So, I also liked that it looked into kind of the trouble with wars and battles and constant warring state, and how that affects the citizens of those countries, because it makes it easier to understand when we see people and what they will do to maintain the peace and order of a society. So that is a really nice touch that gave us a better worldview from the novel's perspective. So I would definitely recommend this to anyone who likes fantasy fiction, especially, like I said, with a lot of double crossing and espionage elements that you get in those kind of stories. Again, and yes, it is a bit older than middle grade. More of almost young adult, I would say. So that's who I would think it's more targeted to. I think it's not really, as I said, a middle grade book so much. That's all That's all I have to say about the Beyonders, World Without Heroes. So I thank you for tuning in. If you like what you saw today, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And if you'd like to see other videos, please comment below. Let me know what you want to see going forward. You can check out my social media. Shout out to my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, with links all in the description. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you keep reading.